From a super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans in One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
You good?
Yeah, we're good. No, we're not good yet. You got to wait like 3 seconds. No, no. Oh. You and me. Fucking guy. Dude, night one. No, it's not. You got to delete all that, all of it. All right, one shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to From the Ashes on About Face. Yeah.
He's supposed to be the smart one.
Man, I've got some good news.
All right. Hold on.
You look good and you sound good.
All right, here we go. Folks, opening From the Ashes. I'm One Shot, our producer, our new producer, Joe.
Yeah, you are.
Our sick homeboy is quarantined.
And chowing down on fucking cough drops too.
Nice.
And you guys look good. Joe, just there you go. I'll bring my fucking chair, man.
Fucking Michael.
It's all loose.
I know. It's because that's the one he added to a little bit. And now it's legal.
Oh my God, this
I
is
let him
awesome.
be the tall guy tonight.
This is gonna break.
Don't wiggle, bro. It's okay for it to break. You got to put the mic close. Otherwise, when you think you talk, you don't.
Hello.
Oh, man. Turn it, lift it up. It's
It's limp.
Do the.
Rob's mic needs a little stiffening.
I think he grabs it.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good at it.
No. Usually it's more pulling that.
It's all in the wrist, right?
This is like watching two monkeys in a football.
There's a channel for this.
This is like a albino Eskimo trying to hitchhike.
Man, you just got a little bit of touch of the AIDS, and you guys are just fucking. Well, how's it going out there at the super secret location? You guys I'm impressed. You guys got this thing fired up. You guys look fucking good.
Great. Upstairs there with that. I'm really not too bad guy.
People are right.
I have not fired it up with the new doohickeys, but so I actually didn't. So we're lucky at it.
I'm impressed. I am very impressed, Joe. Good job.
Thank you.
Well done. Joe, if you take that mic and you shove it like right in your mouth, people can hear you a whole lot better, bud.
That's the only sound you got from
But you look good, and that's the important part. So, hey, you're 10 steps ahead. Ina Riedmuller. Do we know who that is? She's part of the show tonight, so good for her. Folks, how do we sound? I know that you can see us, and we're glad you can see us, but how do we sound?
Yeah, because I haven't fully got settled in. I was trying to help Joe out. Usually your whole area gets changed. Well, your whole area gets changed with me.
How was everybody's week, other than me having AIDS?
Good.
Yeah.
No complaints.
I like that you guys looked at each other.
That is terrible.
Did you go to watch Pit Boss fights?
I went right at the end. The John Wick Invitational.
That was pretty fucking badass in what I saw.
Fucking cool.
I thought they were awesome. I only saw like highlights and whatnot, and they looked fucking badass, man.
Yeah, I was talking to Jared, the guy the promoter who puts it on. And I was like, dude, 90% of the time I hear somebody come up and like, dude, I got this great new idea. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. Like, then let's have jujitsu in a car. Let's have a jiu-jitsu fight in a car. Stupid. Let's have a jiu-jitsu fight in a phone booth. Stupid. Like, all these are stupid. I like this one. But,
I know.
you know, you're in a suit, like you're at work, you get in a scrap. Okay? Very, very limited rules. Okay. And if you go to overtime, nobody gets submitted. They toss a fucking gun in. And like whoever lives, lives. If you die, you die. Like, it's great.
It's practical.
Yeah.
Very practical.
Very practical for the John Wick.
I mean, that's the basis of the rules for Army combatives, right? The buddy who shows up first with a gun.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sandy Theravong is with us tonight. Never heard of her. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a nice chick.
Oh yeah.
He goes, oh, yeah. Oh, well.
I asked Joe, our producer, right? Like, I only gave him a couple things he's supposed to. First thing I said to him, I'm like, hey, remember that one thing I said you need to do? Can you make sure it happens? Fucking failed already. He's a fucking dude, Navy guy, 2 minutes late. They're not like 1 minute late, dollar short, it's 2 minutes, 6:07. So we have a Carl situation. I like this because I didn't come up with it, you didn't come up with it, and I hadn't seen it yet. So would the Navy guy like to explain what happened? Because it's a Navy Carl.
No idea what you're talking
Carl. All right, Rob, you want to get us going on the Carl?
Oh
Yeah.
With the safety belts.
Yeah.
So
That's just typical Marine behavior, though. So,
this comes to us
to you guys,
from a
it's
variety of different sources, but the one we found the most, and that we liked a lot. What was the base? You brought it up, Joe Allen.
good
The base?
like that in Texas, Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Goodwill or
Yeah, Good Hill Air Force Base. The Marines, I apologize, folks. I have a cough drop in my mouth because it keeps me from dying. I have a little bit of AIDS. I apologize. Don't get stabbed. What do you call it? Good Hill Air Force Base in Texas. The Marines were invited to attend some training down at the Marine Corps base, or at the Air Force Base. And after they left, the Air Force SPs saw figures off post that were running through the bushes, and they kept trying to catch them and they couldn't catch them. So it was posing a security risk. Well, they finally managed to snag one, and turns out it was deer.
It was not an alien. But there was like little lights, reflective shit, like jumping around the fucking woods, like little aliens in the woods, like some fucking private was doing a little man in the woods. What they,
And it was a deer with a PT belt on, and the PT belt had written on it, "Love and kisses from the United States Marine Corps." The Marines had tackled the deer, put their PT belt on it, and left it there for the Air Force to find. That was fucking glorious. That is the most Marine Corps thing I have ever heard in my entire life. I love that story. That's glorious.
They frowned upon
it.
It
Warmed my heart seeing that.
Yeah. So
That's
now
what the
banned,
shenanigans is what keeps the morale.
so now they banned PT belts on that base. Yeah. So Marines can't PT with their PT belts anymore.
That's the most fucking military fucking answer ever. It's not like, hey, go talk to the guys, tell them the fucking joke's over, and it was a good one, but it's over, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like, all right, you motherfuckers aren't allowed to have PT belts. We know that you're not gonna fucking listen. Okay. So anyway,
Hey, one shot.
One time I was in Blackpool training area, and our Charlie company, not my company, I was with Scouts at the time, had a giant metal ace of spades. It was like their thing they took everywhere with them. So we probably jumped and went over the big Blackpool training area. We're fucking one night, me and the guy decided fucking snag that shit. We fucking hung it from the water tower. And I'm telling you, it like as the sun fucking went, and their first fucking saw that shit. Oh my god, I have so many pictures of it.
That's fucking glorious too.
Things like that are awesome.
Pranks.
Keeps it fun.
You had a good break.
Oh yeah, tons. Best one was locking someone in the porta john. But the wind was coming with the sandstorm. Oh yeah, just lock your asses.
We used to blow the porta johns over with the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
That was a favorite.
Yeah.
Kind of sucked when somebody was in them, though. Hey, you guys hear that Pete Hegseth started calling it Fort Bragg and Fort Benning again today?
I did not.
Yeah. In his first address to the military today, he referred to them both as Fort Bragg and Fort Benning today.
What was the other one I saw? Right. I remember I saw something just there's some serious fucking rollbacks happening right now. So
Yeah, there are.
I don't know what else to call it. It's fucking Walmart rollbacks. All right.
It's going to be good times. There's going to be a lot of.
I think so. I think it'd be positive for, obviously not just for our economy, but that's already started. So it's showing. But obviously, our military, we just heard general things not being so far.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot of people getting their lethality back pretty soon here. Just my 2 cents. I'd love to hear listeners what their thoughts are. I mean, I'm bringing back the names like just Benning and happy 2025. Welcome back, Brady Shoemate. You're in the shoot. You're going to be on the show pretty soon here with Ventura for Veterans. Glad you're here. But yeah, kind of funny. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Nathan, that's true too. Absolutely. So we'll see what comes of it. Hey, Joe, I don't know if you know, but if you click on any of the comments, because this feeds all of our comments, you can put them up on the screen so that the listeners and whatnot can see all the comments. So, and that feeds it. So our, just so you're tracking, our when we're doing our interview, our interviewer can also see the comments, just so you have visibility on that. I need some sponsors for the golf tournament. Well, I think we just found our, if you didn't already one shot, our nonprofit of the evening. If you didn't already have one.
I did not.
Well, I think Rob Lilly just volunteered his ass.
All right, that'll work.
And since I can't say his nonprofit correctly, I'll let you handle that.
No, go for it. I love this.
We'll have to drag his ass out later. But yeah, all right, Rob Lilly, we're gonna find you some sponsors, and we're gonna make this happen. Tonight's your night. Shoot me the info. All right, we'll make that happen. Rob Lilly, Nathan. Yeah, you guys need to connect because we're gonna make good things happen for you two. Hey, it is 6:15. And I've been waiting for this interview for a while, and I know our listeners have too. Joe, do you know how to add our interview for the night?
I think so.
Let's see if you can do it. I think you can. Oh, Joe, you are like fucking semi.
I'm leaving him to fucking drown.
See?
You know how I am.
That is a long title that she's got there. Monica, welcome to From the Ashes.
Thank you for having me. You guys have been cracking me up.
Really? We're cracking you up?
Yep. Listening in the background.
Oh,
I say we've been
Yeah.
like PG, not even
Yeah.
PG.
I apologize that I'm not in studio tonight. I have a little bit of AIDS going on, but I have honey cough drops because I knew you were going to be here this evening.
Ooh.
So, welcome to the show. We are so glad that you are here. You have a lot of interest. People are excited that you are here tonight. We've gotten tons of comments and questions about what it is that you do. So we are very, very glad that you are here. Thank you for being a part of the show tonight.
Well, I appreciate you inviting me to your show tonight. I saw on your post that you had mentioned our beginner class. So as you see on my title, I'm the director at Mission Beelieve. We are an educational and therapeutic beekeeping program. We don't sit in therapy groups, though. When we talk about therapy, we let the bees do the therapy. And
you're speaking
really
my hetero
impactful,
life mates language right there.
Yeah, it's really impactful for our men and women to see these types of resources that are available for them.
Well, let's start at the beginning, Monica. Are you a veteran?
Exactly. I was about to say, let's start at the beginning. Are you a veteran? Are you prior service or anything like that?
I'm child of, and I always say that PTSD doesn't just affect the person that suffers from it. It affects everybody around them. And my family, all the men in my family are veterans, and just to see the turmoil that they went through there was nothing for them, and it's sometimes it's hard to talk about, especially like when I'm with a group like you guys. The last person that I lost in my life and my family was my godfather, and he died very young. He was 64 years old, and he died because he was an alcoholic. He was a Vietnam veteran, came back, and everything he was suffering from, he had to just hide, and he hid that in a bottle.
So the last person I had died, veteran person, was a friend of mine, wasn't a KIA, was literally sitting in front of the doctor. We just talked about this recently. Sit in front of the doctor, you're going to fucking die. All you can do is extend your life a little bit more, but you're like, we're talking like a 90 days sort of thing. And he said, fuck it, walk out. It's one of the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest negative effects on the veteran community right now is
It really is. It really is. And that's what Mission Believe's all about. I want to show these men and women that they can, everything that's happened in the past doesn't define your tomorrow. It can mold you, but it doesn't define your tomorrow. You always have that chance to start over and be and do something else. And that's what beekeeping did for me. When I started beekeeping, my life was just in a really weird spot. And I always say that the bees saved me, saved my family, saved my marriage. And I really wanted to teach that. I wanted to show what the bees did. So I started getting to, education with kids, and it just wasn't the right spot. And then my uncle and my godfather were sick. And then I lost my godfather. And I was talking to my son, and we were talking about doing this, and he suggested veteran. And I was like, I think that's what we need to do. I want to make a program that is there all the time, where we can be present, and it's not just something that somebody comes and experiences every once in a while. And when we launched the program, we launched during COVID. So it was June 2020. And we're beekeepers, and if you're teaching beekeeping, you're in a group of people, and we weren't allowed to be in groups, as they said. And so it made it kind of challenging for us. So we were like, how are we going to do this? And we had the Zoom platform. So it actually really created this awesome foundation for the program, because we're able to reach farther than our local area. So we have a monthly meeting that we do via Zoom. And we do continued education with that. So we bring in somebody to present an educational presentation. And then after that, we spend some time talking and kind of giving updates on the organization and answering any questions that anybody has. And we also run our beginner beekeeping class. And I'm really proud of our beginner beekeeping class. We work with different entomologists across this nation, different master beekeepers, to bring a very dynamic 7-week beginner beekeeping course. There are so many entities out there that are leading veterans into beekeeping, but the one thing that you never see in those articles and stuff is start with a beekeeping education, connect with your local beekeeping organization. And without a good, solid beekeeping education foundation, you're never going to be successful. So if you're looking into this hobby to reverse PTSD and your bees are dying, you're not getting the help you need, right? So it was really important for us to create a platform where we would be live and be able to make sure that these men and women have a good structure and a support system to become successful, sustainable beekeepers. You know, it's really about sustainability. So we dive them into honeybee biology first thing to truly understand what they're going to be taken care of. You know, it's like you can't learn beekeeping if you don't understand the insect. And
tell us a little bit about
it's really funny though, because sometimes people get into beekeeping, they don't really realize that there's work involved in it. But that's really part of the therapy, because you have to learn. And then when you start to learn, it's very intriguing. And I love it. I could talk for hours about this.
Tell me something that would get me excited about beekeeping if I wasn't excited about beekeeping.
Can you say that again?
I said, tell me something that would excite me about beekeeping if I wasn't excited about beekeeping.
The interaction with the insect. They are stinging insects. And when you go in and you take care of your bees and you watch your colony grow from start to a successful following season, you really feel accomplished. You know, you really feel like you've done something. And it's true animal husbandry at its finest. You know, we're not in our bees every single day, but you are, you know, responsible for your livestock that you do have. So.
Is this expensive to get started?
It is an expensive hobby, and it is. It really is. And when you get started, we always suggest that you start with 2 colonies. But there are a lot of states are doing really great agricultural programs that will help veterans get grants and stuff to help fund their beekeeping adventures. So there's lots of different avenues that people can look into to get. Like in West Virginia, they're doing a hive program. So if you register and you take a beginner beekeeping class and you register with your local beekeeping association and you find a mentor, that they will buy you your first colony, they will buy you your first hive setup and help you get started. So it's truly amazing what these little bees do. You know, it's, you know, you start off your learning and then you know that you need help. So you find your community. So you're back introduced into a community. And one of the cool things about the beekeeping community is that all of us beekeepers and the hobbyists, we all come from different walks of life. You know, you could be with you could be beekeeping with someone from NASA to someone from the back hills of West Virginia. You know what I mean? And when you go to a beekeeping meeting, we all come together as beekeepers, and we are there to support each other. And it's probably one of the most giving, generous communities, because in my own perspective, if I'm not sharing my knowledge and giving proper support to a newbie in the industry, their bees getting sick, they could live around the corner from me, and those bees being sick could make my bees sick. So as beekeepers, we're very generous with our knowledge and always willing to help and support anybody that's, you know, getting into the hobby. And And so that for someone who has kind of been disconnected, it makes them feel welcome. It makes them feel like they have a place. You know, we have a lot of partners in our program. One in particular, when he joined our local beekeeping association, he was always in the back of the room. Now he's building all kinds of equipment, selling it, and he's at all the meetings, and he's social. He travels the country with us to go to all the beekeeping conferences. And, you know, it's created that purpose in his life again. He has something to look forward to every day. He doesn't sit and dwell on everything he was faced with before. You know, he looks towards, you know, something great like beekeeping and the community that he has built around him.
Can you see the comments that our listeners are putting up?
I do. There
was a few of them.
I love the one that says bees scare me, but I love honey. It's funny. Beekeeping is challenging. And I think that's why it's so infectious. You know, like you start a colony and you watch this colony grow, and it makes you responsible for something. And, you know, you have to learn, you have to take care of them. And, you know, you go through a full season with them, and it's suddenly you feel like you've done something. You know, we have a couple of partners in our program. We call everybody that joins Mission Beelieve partners. Let me tell you that, and why I keep saying partners, because we are all in this together. and I mean that from the heart. You know, actually one of my partners is on here right now, Whistle Pig. He's actually the vice president of our organization now. He's a retired firefighter. So we don't only work with military veterans. We also work with first responders too. I really feel like it's.
I can't put them all in the same group. Different colored uniform. That's it.
Yeah, but he's got a cool nickname.
Yeah, I know. Why don't we have cool nicknames?
Yeah, I know.
Kind of that's nasty. You need a name.
Yeah, he's a retired firefighter. He was a firefighter for 37 years in Baltimore County, and he's turned his beekeeping hobby into a woodworking business. So he has a wood shop in the bottom of the Mission Beelieve farm, where he builds beekeeping equipment that he sells to the community, and he donates it to the program. So, and he also runs workshops out of the wood shop to help, you know, learn how to build the equipment. And that's the cool thing about our headquarters. At our headquarters, we do hands-on workshops where we help them learn what they are seeing on the screen. We help them apply that hands-on. I feel like you're able to retain the information a lot better that way. And and one thing that we are looking to do this year is start opening up forward operating facilities. And those are hands-on facilities that are accessible for our service members that are located outside of our area. So we will be opening our first one in Southern Maryland. Unfortunately, it isn't out of the state, but it is hours away from us, where it makes it so much easier for them to get some hands-on experience.
So obviously, if they would survive in Maryland, bees would obviously survive out here in Colorado, I would guess.
Oh, yes.
Is there any place where in the United States continental where a veteran is interested in something like this, where it would not work, where they would not survive? Is there too far north, like veterans in like Alaska? Is there places where bees don't exist? I don't know.
Yes, there's bees don't exist in Antarctica.
Good to know.
So there are beekeepers in Alaska. It's hard beekeeping in Alaska. I actually have a couple of people that are in my program that are in Alaska. It's very hard to overwinter successfully. So between fighting Varroa, which they don't really have as bad of a problem up there because their season is so short, but the intense cold and the length of the winter is very hard on the bees. So winter bees are called diatomus bees, and they can live a lot longer than our summer bees can. But Alaskan winters are long. So a lot of times that they'll bring new bees in and restock their bees each season. But Alaskan honey is fantastic.
Can you sell the honey?
Yes, you can sell the honey. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we sell our honey. That's how we create revenue for the program.
How much honey do you get in a season? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea.
So we run about 35 to 40 production colonies, and that brings us in a few thousand pounds a year. But we're not very greedy with our honey. I'm a very ethical beekeeper. I really believe in making sure that they have plenty of resources for the winter. So we take half and leave half, so that we make sure that our bees during our dearth season, which there's no resources available, that they have their own resources available, and we don't have to feed as much sugar syrup to a colony. So we do have, we run about 110 colonies this season. We do sell nukes too, which are small mini colonies to get beekeepers started, or beekeepers might want to expand. And that's another way that we create revenue for the program.
How much space would I need to start beekeeping? Like, I mean, I have an average size backyard in a suburban community. I mean, would I be?
I love that question. Oh, it's fantastic. So here in Maryland, in Baltimore City, there's over 900 colonies registered with the state, and a majority of them are rooftop beekeepers. So, it's how creative you get and how tolerant your neighbors are. But you can always bribe them with honey, I mean, I have to. I know I do.
Well, what about like my dogs and my kids and my, things like that?
That's a great question. So that a lot of that you would learn in the beginner beekeeping class. We teach you all about siting and all of that. A good way, if you're concerned about that, is to, face your hives in the correct direction. There's a correct direction that we face our hives for proper sunlight and heating during the whole season. But if you plant shrubs or put something high, about 4 to like 8 feet, let's say 8 feet is better, 8 to 10 feet away from the hives. When the bees come out of the hives, it makes them go up and away. So it keeps them away from the general area. But honeybees are very docile bees. They're, when they're out foraging, they're out collecting food for or resources for not just food. They're collecting resources for their colony. And the interesting thing about a honeybee colony is that one single honeybee cannot survive on her own. She needs the entire colony to be able to survive and reproduce. So when that honeybee is out foraging, she doesn't want to sting you. She's out there. It's just like you guys, when you're out on a mission, you guys have to do what you need to do and get back with the best results that you can. It's the same thing with a worker bee. She's out foraging for her food. Her main goal is to go get that food, bring it back to the colony, and make sure it's stored and go back out and do it over again. And colonies, they always say colonies are super organisms, and they truly are. There's a single queen in a colony, and her one single responsibility is truly reproduction and carrying on the genetics of that bee. And the worker bees are responsible for all of the other happenings besides the drones. The drones are actually very important, but there's only about 10 to 15% of the males in a colony. So they're really only there for reproduction, and that's to carry the genetics on out in nature. So it's very interesting how a honeybee colony works.
Bee sex. That's awesome.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And unfortunately, most drones don't ever get to have sex ever in their life. And the queen actually only leaves her colony to go out on her mating flight and to swarm when they're dividing the colony. And those are the only 2 times. But when she does go out on her mating flight, she does mate with 15 to 20, 25 drones in a mating flight.
Whoa.
Yep. And if she comes back and she's not mated sufficiently, they'll make her go back out the next day.
Man, I want to be a
Your OnlyFans channel just fucking got a new subject. New genre of beekeeping.
Monica, I could talk to you about this all night, but I want to be respectful of your time. I'm sure you got other stuff to do. I'm going to hand you off to my hetero life mate over there. He's going to give you all the outgoing instructions.
All right, fantastic.
He's all yours. So one shot, it's all you.
All right, Monica, at the end of your time with us, we give you about 2 minutes. If there's something you want to talk about, there's something that we forgot about, there's something you wish we would have asked you, anything under the sun, we give you about 2 minutes in the time. You can say whatever you want. Yep, whatever you want. And we'll try not to interrupt. Time is yours. Time to shine.
All right. So something that we didn't mention, how to get involved with the program, is to go out to our website, which is www.missionbeelieve. We do a play on words, so it is BEELIEVE.com. Make sure you go out to our website and check. My partner's over here, like, making silly faces. Check out what we have going on. Our registration is open for our beginner beekeeping class. It is free to all of our service members and their immediate family, and any Gold Star families too. So registration, the button for registration is on our homepage. So go check it out. And registration does come down on February 9th. The class starts on February 11th.
Coming up quick. That's
All
coming
right.
up quick.
Yeah, it's coming up quickly.
Can you buy swag on your website?
Yes, you can.
Because I saw your sweatshirts, and those sweatshirts are badass, dude.
Yeah, we have them on our website.
I want one of them sweatshirts. I'm going to go get one of them sweatshirts. I like
fantastic.
that a lot.
Yeah, they're my favorite. This is my black and white one. I like to live in it. The green ones are great for you guys out in Colorado because they're super insulated.
I didn't know
So
that.
they're not like that over padded thickness. They're just nice, thick sweatshirt material to be able to wear outside.
I have been described as over padded.
Yeah, see, that's okay. It's not a bad thing.
Fuck you laughing about? Not nice at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking with Monica with Mission Beelieve about beekeeping for veterans. Monica, that is super cool, and people have been very excited. And as you can see from all the comments, people are super interested in it. So you're probably going to get blown up. That class, is that in person? Is it Zoom? It's
via Zoom. So, it's held at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So let everyone know for time zone purposes. It is 7 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays for 7 weeks. And at the end of the course, you do receive a beginner beekeeping class certificate. And you can take that to your local beekeeping organization and help you get a mentor to help support you along your beekeeping journey.
So you give the education in how to be a beekeeper, then we bring it back to the state of Colorado, and they say, "Oh, you've had the education. Now here's all the resources you need." And then we reach back to you, and you've got somebody that helps build bee houses and all hives.
Oh, we have a bee house. We didn't even talk about that, but that's for another show.
And you have overly padded sweatshirts like me. So that's awesome.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Well, Monica, I can't thank you enough for being a part of From the Ashes on About Face Media. Really, really, really appreciate your time.
Well, thank you
so much for being part of the show.
Thank you. Thanks for the support. We really appreciate it. Helps get the word out.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your Monday night. And thanks a lot for taking time out of your night tonight to be a part of the show.
Thank you, sweetie. You guys have a great night.
Have a great night.
Enjoy.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Dude, are we getting beehives?
Yeah.
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
the best part about what, like I said, I was like, hey, we're doing bees.
We're doing, oh, that's going to be awesome.
You have like 100%. I don't do it. I don't do the bee work.
That's going to be awesome.
I totally have like voluntarily signed you up because I really would. The benefits of are amazing. Amazing. I just can't actually work the fucking hive, you know?
Why?
I'm allergic.
Cool.
Just use that.
Fuck you
All I just heard was free EpiPens.
Yeah.
Oh my, no, they're not free.
They are where I get them. This is going to be awesome. Okay, cool. So what I just heard you say is we can put them at the super secret location and I can manage them.
Oh, man. There's gonna be an order sheet here soon. An order sheet from the ranch.
This is awesome. I'm excited. This is going to be cool. Joe, you down with this?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Where'd that go?
You know what I was just thinking about? This fucking guy. Are you kidding? All right. Just to let you guys know, the first half of the show, which has already surpassed us, is brought to you by Combat Flip Flops. If you would like to go to Combat Flip Flops, you can add the coupon code Mountain Face and receive 30% off your order. Some of that will actually go back to nonprofit. So, you do this next part.
You know the next one.
Joe, you're doing great, man.
I was worse my first day.
All right, Joe.
What's next?
You tell me, boss. You're the
I
producer.
don't know. You tell us. That's what you do. It's 6:40. What's next?
Well, Allie's not
No,
up there. It's not
no,
Allie.
it's because fucking Rob didn't come.
Yeah, it's the ugliest fucking alley you've ever met.
As I said,
I had a rough night.
really.
His name's Coach JP.
Stop. I'm sick. You're making me cough.
So is Coach JP next?
Yes, he's gonna be next.
So should we hit that little button again?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm sorry.
Is he
This is
ready?
called trial by fire, Joe.
Coach JP, you gotta get.
There you go.
Coach him into being a leader.
Coach JP's like,
He's doing great.
What the fuck is going on?
He's doing great. I heard it all in the background.
Tell me
He's
what
doing
buttons.
great, my man.
Coach,
Woo!
I'd
How you
like
guys
to
feeling?
introduce you to our new producer, Joe.
Joe, nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to meet you, Coach.
You're doing great. You're
Marine.
doing wonderful.
Marine.
Yes.
Oh, well, if he could do it, then.
Yeah.
There's
Figure it
hope.
out.
There's hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody set all this up for me. All I have to do is hit a button. So somebody did it all for me.
Oh, you need to send them over.
Dummy
here.
proof.
We're gonna break that rule.
How you guys feeling today?
Well, I feel like shit.
Same.
Yeah, that guy's quarantined.
I can see.
That's why we got extra screens and extra all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't allow him to come in. It's not just a bunker for room boomers.
Nice.
Quarantine.
And these are my friends.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta love him, right? Keeps you humble. Yeah, I actually got my son with me. He's got a little bit of a cough. Yeah, my son's actually right here with me. If you see him, he's back there. He's chilling on the couch. He's got a little bit of a cough. But I'm wearing headphones, so you guys can say whatever you want to say.
We're going to anyway.
He doesn't
Sorry?
get little headphones himself, Coach?
No, he has headphones. He's listening to his little Peppa Pig or whatever he's listening to. Bluey, I don't know.
Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey's better than Peppa Pig. Don't ask me why I know that.
Did you know that Bluey is drawn so that dogs can see it? I
do
did
know that.
not.
Yeah, and they actually talked about real stuff like divorced parents, moving out of town, and like they talked about real shit.
My daughter leaves Bluey on for her dog to watch. I
Yeah,
had no idea.
yeah. I found out recently. I found out like within the last couple months.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Because I guess dogs can see the colors that it's drawn in. I did not know that. That's super
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
The things you learn.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got for us this week, Coach?
So it's January, and everybody's getting sick right now. Everyone's trying to keep up with either their New Year's resolutions or their vision board or whatever they want to do for the year. And January is a hard month. Everyone thinks that December is the hardest month. I think, in my opinion, January is the hardest month because there's a lot of separation from people. There's a lot of like thinking that you have to grind because you have this list that you're trying to do. And you're not really around people because the weather and you get sick. So a lot of people start to like feel that guilt. I'm sorry if you can hear my son. I'm poor little guy.
Aw.
Yeah,
Poor
he's
guy.
doing all right. He's all right. He's all right. I gave him some medicine. And everybody thinks that they feel this guilt in January. I want to tell you that guilt is your friend. It's your guide. If you feel guilt, it means you still care. When you feel indifferent about it, when you come up with this excuse of, well, you know, the weather, or I'm sick because I can't do it anymore, or it's not my fault, and you don't care anymore, when you become indifferent to your resolutions or your vision or the fact that you said you were going to get back into the gym and you haven't been able to make it every day because the weather and you're sick, if you feel guilt, it's actually a good thing. It means you still care. You got to watch out for that indifference. You got to watch out for that kind of just feeling of, nah, it doesn't matter anymore. That's the dangerous part. When you don't care anymore, when you're like, well, this is my life now, or, well, this is how it is, or, well, this is because of this, and I have no control over it. That's when it gets dangerous. If you feel guilt, it means that next week you can try again. It means that next week when you feel a little bit healthier, you can move some stuff around. If you feel guilt, it means you still give a damn. And you're also in a better place than you were before, because before, maybe you didn't even feel that guilt. It was just, this is the way life is. And this is just telling everybody, I know it's January. I know you're feeling it. Trust me, I am too. But I want you to know that the fact that you care enough to feel bad about it means that you care enough to try again. So, like, let guilt be your God. Don't let it defeat you. Don't let it destroy you. Remember that you actually give a damn, and you're going to keep showing up. So I just want you guys to remember that when things aren't going perfectly, because they're not. Right now, I'm sick. My son's sick. You hear him in the background. If you still care enough, you're going to try again tomorrow. It's the indifference that's dangerous. It's the feeling of, I don't give a damn anymore, and you just kind of sink into your world, and this is your life, and this is the way that things are, and I don't have anything that I can do about this. That's the dangerous part. So just remember that. That's all I got. Nice, sweet, short, to the point. It's a rough month. It's a rough month for a lot of us, but it's also the Monday of the year. What do I mean by that? So, like, Monday is my favorite day because you get to set the tone for how the rest of your week will go. You get to decide, like, all right, I'm going to freaking wake up. I'm going to crush my workout. I'm going to answer emails. I'm going to get all my meetings done because things pile up from the weekend, right? And that happens to me a lot too. I typically work every other weekend. So on my Mondays, things pile up. But you get to set the tone for the week. January is that for the year. You get to set the tone for your non-negotiables, the things that you care about for your entire year. That's the way that I look at January. So just keep giving a damn, keep showing up, keep trying, keep giving it everything that you have, because all it takes is all you got, guys. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Love it.
Poor little fella in the background, man.
I know. I gave him some medicine.
He sounds a whole lot worse than Rob.
He does.
Yeah, I gave him some medicine. We're going to put the humidifier on him in a little bit, take him upstairs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's call it for you, bud.
I appreciate that. I was asking you to ask for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go attend to him.
Great rest of your night, brother. We will see you soon.
Hey,
Good,
we'll be praying for the little guy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good
Have a
night.
great rest of your night, Coach. Thank you.
Too. Bye, everybody.
Oh, poor guy.
Man.
See, that's why I'm not coming out there.
No, I'm happy.
I don't want to get Rambo sick.
It was fine. Yeah. Do that for a little bit. I haven't got to tell you the story. You want to hear about my fucking week? You know what? This could be part of safety for all.
Go for it.
So, you know, I have a turkey in the pen. I have two. One of them's been my buddy for a long time, right? Not my fucking friend no more. You ever seen that scene of Peter and the fucking chicken?
Yeah.
20-minute fight scene. Yesterday, 20-minute fight scene, bro. I had to run water down the chicken pen, had to run food, like the gate was frozen, so I was crawling in and out, like getting eggs, new bedding. Like I was down there for 20 minutes, half hour. That motherfucker jumped on my back and attacked me. And then he didn't quit for 20 minutes. We fought 20 minutes, maybe 30, I don't know. Not joking. Try to do it again today. We have a good relationship. You want to see me fight a 40-pound turkey?
Hell yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny.
Jiu-jitsu black belt, professional boxer.
So, did you pull guard?
You're so lucky you're in control of buttons.
The boss is coming into town next week. You're gonna be all cut up and shit.
No, bro, we whooped your ass. It was fucking weird.
Oh my god. So turkey sandwiches for lunch next week or what?
What'd you do to piss it off all of a sudden?
I don't know. I think it's just there's like age in birds where the dudes become different, and sometimes they keep it under control, and then sometimes they just have like a little switch. They just become relaxed.
Wild turkey.
Yeah. So
They named a drink after it.
I proofed it up. So
I mean, hey man, you say the word, I'll come out there with the bow, and we'll make an example of him.
No. Fuck him. I'm using machete.
Machete.
Like at first, I was gonna put him in the cone, humane and careful and like not bruise the meat. No.
They got cones for turkeys.
You ever seen a processing cone?
No.
Okay, so they're like metal cones, big at the top, air at the bottom. Okay. Flip it upside down, shut it in, and then they can't wiggle. So then you cut it.
Oh.
And then they drain out and they don't run around and bruise the meat.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much in this conversation. I had no idea this was a thing.
This motherfucker, I don't give a shit. He's sick.
I picture a turkey running around with a dog.
Yeah, and what did the security staff do? Did the security staff help?
No, absolute opposite. What's that now?
I said, did the security staff help at all?
No. Listen, the last fucking time this guy got a little attitude was being kicked at me a little bit. That's all it was, right? My boy Rambo got in between, was like, hey, bro, that's definitely fun. You know? So Rambo like kind of looked away like, what the fuck are they doing? And I'm going to tell you what, like, this dude was accomplished less than a rooster when a rooster's getting okay? But he was literally up on my shoulder and back, like wings going all over, feathers flying all over. Like, he was in full fucking savage mode. It was insane.
And Rambo did nothing.
Did nothing. He was just like, what's going on, bro? Like,
No
what's
shit.
that guy doing? It's weird. No. I hope he'd do more.
All right, Joe. What do you got for the safety brief this week?
Oh, safety brief.
We warned you.
Oh, actually, you did. I totally forgot.
Robbie, go first. We'll let him. We'll skip.
Catch up a little
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
I think you just went first, guy. What do you call it? Wash your hands a lot and well all the time, especially after shaking hands, because you never know. It's how shit gets transmitted. Wash your hands a lot. Everybody's getting sick. Stay home if you're sick. Don't go to super secret locations.
Producer, you need to get. You got that. Then you're also going to read. Never Forgotten.
Oh.
Or is he reading it? You need me to.
Oh no, you can too. I just thought we'd let him do it. He has no voice for it.
You got something, Joe?
Internet's a little slow here for some reason.
What's your safety brief item?
Can't have dead air, Joe.
Oh, that one. Honestly, didn't even think of one. Let's see.
All right.
How many fucking safety briefs have you been in?
I know, right? Well, we're going to give you another week.
All right, well, wait, though. Don't make it lame.
You want to read the Never Forgotten, Joe, or need me to do it?
It's coming up now. So, wow, that's a long article.
You don't have to read the whole thing. You can skip some.
Yeah.
Trying to find a good spot.
Give the names.
Names, what happened?
So the Pentagon identified 2 American soldiers killed when their vehicle struck a roadside bomb Saturday in southern Afghanistan. This was back in 2020. Staff Sergeant Ian Paul McLaughlin 29 of Newport News, Virginia, and PFC McGill Angel Llewellyn, 21 of Juliet, Illinois, died after an improvised explosive device struck their vehicle. And both of them were from the 82nd Airborne Division. The soldiers were assigned to an element of the 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 82nd Airborne Division, out of Fort Bragg. When our nation called for its best airborne combat engineers to deploy into harm's way, Staff Sergeant McLaughlin and PFC Llewellyn answered without hesitation, said the Brigadier Combat Team's commander. The attack occurred as the soldiers were participating in Operation Freedom Centennial, a U.S. training and counterterrorism mission. The Taliban immediately claimed responsibility for the attack. 2 other U.S. soldiers from the 82nd Airborne were wounded in this attack, which occurred in the southern province of Canada.
So, folks, tonight, when you're saying your prayers, please keep those 2 soldiers and their families in your prayers tonight. Folks, we're going to step aside. We're going to hand the mic off to Kendra so she can talk about PTSD and pageants. And we're going to step to the side and hand the mic off. Hey, gents, it's been a pleasure tonight. Really appreciate you guys. Joe, you did an excellent job. Well done. It's a pleasure to have you on the team, man. And
We'll be here.
You just bought yourself one more week. Night, guys.
Hey, Joe, when we sign off, you have to close BUTT, B-U-T-T, that thing that looks like a speaker, because otherwise we don't get the radio station back. That's the only thing that keeps us off the radio station. Other than that, folks, have a great night. Thanks a lot for listening to From the Ashes on About Face Media. Have a great rest of your night, and thanks a lot. Good night.
All right. Get better, Rob.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being here.